Hello, beautiful souls. Let's talk about self-love and self-care and all the ways we can learn to take better care of ourselves because it's what we need, especially right now, because it's what we want, and because it's what we deserve. We absolutely deserve the best, and we need to realize that, and we need to allow ourselves to receive the best. And it starts with giving yourself the best. And one of the hardest lessons we need to learn is we need to learn to be kinder to ourselves. And that's hard because we've been used to beating ourselves up all the time. We judge ourselves constantly, and of course we find fault with everything, especially what we did before. And it's very, very hard to learn to function in a different way, but it's crucial. And it's really one of the things that will bring the biggest change, because when we learn to love ourselves more, when we learn to think, to believe that we deserve the best, that we deserve love and success and happiness, then we become magnets for love and success and happiness. And sometimes, ironically, it becomes even worse and more difficult when we hear about the law of attraction, when we realize that we have this power to create, to manifest, to attract wonderful things. Many of us, to begin with, at least, make this confusion between responsibility and guilt, because of course we don't always manifest only wonderful things. There are other things as well in our lives. There are problems, there are difficulties, and they don't mean that we failed to manifest what we wanted. They just mean that we are learning and we are receiving exactly what we need to help us move on to the next phase, to the next stage. It means that we are making progress and that we are ready to deal with something different. And unfortunately, many people will not encourage you to be kind to yourself and to think that everything is unfolding just as it should be. Many people will tell you, no, you made a mistake. You failed to manifest what you wanted because you should have focused harder. You should have concentrated on something else. You should have done something differently. Maybe you're not spiritual enough. Maybe you're not doing what it takes to succeed. Even teachers who are supposed to be enlightened sometimes have this attitude. And the other day I was reading an article about people who wanted to attract their perfect partner, which should be an exciting adventure. And one of the things that they did was they made a list of all the things they wanted their partner to be like, all the qualities and attributes. And one woman met someone who was perfect in every way except that he was gay, so obviously not interested. And another woman met someone who was wonderful in every respect but married, so he was interested but not available, not for a serious kind of commitment, which was what she wanted. And I was really shocked because the author said that's because they should have mentioned when they made their list that the perfect partner had to be available. And I just couldn't believe it. First, because I think the universe is not stupid. Of course, the person who will be your perfect partner has to be the right kind of, the right sex, the right sexual orientation, of course they have to be available. Otherwise, they're not the perfect partner for you. But I don't think the universe is stupid, and I don't think it's a good idea to describe someone in a way that is too precise, because you don't want to limit your options anyway. And I'd much rather make a list of all the things I want to experience with the people I want to have in my life. I don't think you need to worry about what they will look like or be like necessarily, but you need to ask yourself what you want to share with that person. Do you want someone who will make you laugh? Do you want someone who shares your values and your tastes? What kind of experience, what kind of relationship do you want to have? And if you think about that and about the person you want to become as a result of this relationship, you don't have to worry about all the other details. And you just have to project yourself in the future and to see yourself being happy and serene. And that's enough. You don't have to worry about the details. You never have to worry about the details. Mike Dooley always says that the cursed hows are our biggest problem. Once you overthink, once you start to worry about all the little things that are out of your control anyway, you make yourself sick with worry instead of keeping this enthusiasm, this joy, which is the real magnet for success, for happiness. Joy and gratitude are what make you succeed at anything that you do. So you need to stop worrying, and you need to stop beating yourself up constantly. And to come back to this example of the two women, I don't think they had failed to manifest their perfect partner. They had just met someone who was not their perfect partner, which didn't mean they had made a mistake. It just meant that the right person was not there yet. And if you think about it, before you heard about the law of attraction, before you heard that you were responsible for everything, you didn't have this kind of worry. You didn't constantly think that everything was your fault, or you shouldn't have. So you can stop, you can relax, you can trust that everything will happen at the right time, when it is meant to happen. You set an intention, and that's enough. That is enough. The universe is very clever, and you don't have to decide everything. You just have to decide whether or not you want to have the best. And you just have to be receptive when it happens to you, when it comes. That's all. We like to feel that we're in control, but it's an illusion, and it's just a very stressful way to live, because we can't control everything, and we don't have to be guilty about all the things that happen in our lives, because most of them have nothing to do with us, nothing at all. They just happen, and we don't have to be attached to all of them. We don't have to pay attention to the things we don't like. We will always find all the answers we need. We always receive all the things that we need. But we have to trust. We have to have faith, and that's difficult. Especially now, because there are reasons to be afraid all around. Everyone is going crazy, and it is harder to stay the course, to keep your faith and your serenity. But that's the only way to live. You need to trust, you need to be kinder to yourself, you need to trust that you did everything you could, and let go. Let go and let God, and receive. what is coming to you. So, it's all for today, but stay tuned. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to receive, to be surprised, and take very good care of yourselves.